All right, welcome back, fellow lords of gaming. Let's jump right into this breakdown for what we basically got inside the update today. Not a lot what we were anticipating. I love this little scene here. We finally get to see the Scarlet Witch sitting inside the game. Definitely looks like the costume that was data mined, so that's pretty awesome to see that she's joining in as an ally. The amount of detail they're putting in for the NPC characters along with the playable characters is going to make it really difficult to distinguish what characters are coming in. Like Valkyrie looks amazing inside here as well, so that's pretty good. The surprise that we got here, I wasn't expecting this, but we got Hela in the game. Like, Hela is literally ready to throw down, and I'm a little shocked that we're seeing her here, and especially tied to this dark dimension. It seems like I doubt that they're confused and that Marvel uses her inside Marvel Future Fight, so they obviously understand she's a Hell Lord, more related probably to Mephisto than she is Dormammu, since he's from another dimension entirely and not entirely, you know, related to Hell in any sort of way. But we are getting her. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with her. She looks like she's probably going to be another most wanted area boss, like you know, like Thanos and Kingpin and the rest of those characters. The character model, I have to say, looks pretty damn amazing. Like, that is a pretty badass looking suit that they've got on her. I mean, yeah, you can't really complain about that at all. And then we get this really good look at Dormammu's costume, and I gotta say, I am 100% like, I'm waiting. I think the thing that will really amp this game up for me is being able to play some villain characters. I'm a fan more of villain characters than I am the superheroes in most regards, because I feel like without a proper villain, you don't really have a good superhero, which is, you know, it's one of those interesting dynamics, because it's like, well, you know, does the villain make the hero? Does the hero makes the villain? It's just really one of those things where I feel like it's the villains, their ability to represent a generally good threat to the superhero that makes them the superhero that they are. Like, if Superman doesn't have dark side and has that next level power that could be him, it's kind of hard to write a story for him, because you don't have a comparative sample for him. Like, Lex Luthor is a strong enough character to show his you know, to question his mortality and his human versus his alien, you know, DNA, but it's not necessarily a good enough character to make you feel like he's ever going to lose to Lex. So it's really weird in that regard. So I'm really hoping that we do get to play as some villains some point in the future. But this trailer is pretty awesome, and the mindless ones really cool. Storm seems to feature pretty heavily in the trailer here, with the mindless ones and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if she's going to play a big role. I thought that it was going to probably be Doctor Strange that Doctor Strange was going to feature, because of that vision that we get to see at the end of the Maestro storyline. But it looks like Storm is taken up, but that probably means that we're going to end up seeing more hero villains inside the game, similar to like Daredevil and Yellow Jacket. So that's looking good. That's a dope trailer. So let's go talk about some of the things that was broken down inside. No, not the voice of Marvel. I was looking that up on my own. We're gonna go inside this trailer over here and take a look at what Kim and them kind of revealed inside here. One of the main things that we knew we were going to get, obviously, was the new territory. And with the new territory, that obviously meant that we were going to get new costumes, which we got showed off for Doctor Strange, Storm, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's, especially this one right here, the Dark Domain uniform, looks pretty damn amazing to me. Almost makes me want to play Spider-Man. He's got this very Venom Carnage Spider-Man, you know, amalgamation suit going on here. And then along with that, we also got to see obviously the Doctor Strange suit that was at the end, which was surprising, because I thought they were going to either save that for like the store. I legitimately thought that they were going to save this uniform for the store. I did not expect to see this uniform as a domain level uniform. I can promise you, I'm definitely going to be farming for this uniform and switching over to it, probably for the customization look, because I like it. I think a lot of Doctor Strange players will, though, which might make it a costume, a reason I don't equip it. But we did get to see that. Along with that, we did get to see some play for the area, which looks pretty good, which kind of revealed the power cap increase of 110. Now, here's the really weird part about the power cap being increased. It doesn't really seem like it would need that it's necessary. To be honest with you, most of the stuff is reliant upon your power level, and your power level is typically, your skills, for instance, don't affect your power level. Your it's your squad rank, it's your costumes that you have, it's the battle badges and the comic cards that you have equipped. So when you look at it in terms of that, you're like, I could have a character that's level 50 and be 600,000 power level. You know what I mean? Like, my skills not being leveled up might make it harder for me to do things, but I don't need to be 110. Like, what does each level inside of a skill, in a player's thing necessarily represent? And is it as significant as having the equipped character with, a good 6-star piece of uniform, a good, 5-star comic cards, and a good complimentary sets of battle badges? Like I showed you inside some of my videos, squad level for instant alone at 150, I'm basically at 100,000 power level with my character when it just initially boosts. So it's kind of weird that they increased the 110 power cap. I wonder what that was in order to do, because it feels unnecessary. I do like, they only showed us this initial area, the twisted border. He did mention another area. CM Angel did mention another one, but we didn't get to see it. Kim kind of pulled him away from that, so we know we're at least getting 2 areas within inside the dark domain. I'm looking forward to seeing what they are, but I don't know. The uniforms and the costumes, we know with the dark domain, along with the uniforms, we're definitely getting new battle badges. We are definitely getting new collectibles. We are definitely getting new missions, epic and side missions, so that's good. I think most people will just be excited alone about the costumes alone, and we'll see where that goes. I didn't really like Storm's costumes, to be honest with you. She definitely had this very Aaliyah look. Queen of the Damned, that's the goddamn movie, Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah. It was like right before she passed away, and we went basically from Rihanna to Aaliyah. Well, still got the Rihanna looking face, but the costumes just remind me so much of Queen of the Damned. If you haven't seen that movie, you're not missing out on anything except for the fact that Aaliyah is Aaliyah inside the movie. Along with that, we did get the look at the Abyss missions, and so earlier, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, and I would point out 2 things for you guys inside of this. So if you look at the reward count, they basically announced inside the reward count that basically we were going to get, instead of having to run these missions multiple times a day, meaning the whole gamut of these missions, that now we were only going to have to run 5 of the missions. So this is interesting because you can look at certain things inside the game, for instance, and I can see that they have changed and upped the things, meaning like, inside this blitz, we can see that we're getting 47,500 gold. So nearly 50,000 gold, 900 squad range XP, and it doesn't reflect anything in there. So if I pulled up, for instance, that same blitz right now inside of here, you would be able to see, let's pull this inside here, that these are the rewards currently. It's 21,000, which basically accounts for 63,000 gold, and then 450 XP, which basically accounts for 1,200 plus 150, 1,350. And then we're also getting the Blitz badge box, 3 to 6 star, and the Convergium particles, 5 of them. But here goes the interesting part for that, right? So, and I want to kind of point this out, because now that we're basically going to the point where we could only run these 5 times a day, meaning that you don't get to, everybody who's at the level is most likely going to run the 105 mission. Even if you're a beginning new player, the amount of time that it takes for you to actually get to the end game, and so that way you're at the max cap, isn't necessarily that long. You're literally probably looking at maybe the span of 8 hours in a day, that if you really grinded it out, you could probably get a character there and most likely be within the power level, so that way you can play the level 100 or level 105 mission. Now here goes the interesting part. So if you wrapped up all of the squad rank, right, currently it would roughly work out to almost about 7,000 squad rank XP. Whereas opposed to now, if I was to play this, for instance, and I only played the command of the tyrant, then I'm only getting about 4,500, right? Is 4,500, well, 9 times 5 is, yeah, 4,500. 4,500 squad rank XP, right? If I played through all of these missions, I basically get 7,000. So I'm losing out on maybe like 3,000 squad rank XP. I'm interested to see how these boxes right here handle inside the game, because it's looking like that's a nerf as well, right? Because I don't know how many battle badges I'm going to be getting from these boxes. When I look at the gold is probably the only thing where it looks like I'll probably end up getting more gold, because previously it was 21,000. If they kept it there, I'd basically be at 100,000 gold, right? If I had to round this off 50,000, I'm basically getting 250,000 gold. So now if I look at this, I know that it's a nerf in terms of that, because the max amount of rewards that I can get from here, if most likely, like if I'm a player at the end game like I am, then you're looking at basically running the Chains of the Abyss 5 times, right? And 5 times running that is going to be 5,000 XP. Well, I could get more squad rank XP per day currently right now, probably about 2,000 more squad rank XP. I couldn't necessarily get more gold, because that's going to be about 250,000 gold, right? So we know we're getting nerfed on squad rank XP inside of the Blitz. Right now the question is whether or not we're going to get nerfed on the convergium particles and the battle badges, because right now I was running this mission, and between to be honest with you, between sacrificing and dismantling these battle badges and storing up these convergium particles from here, that was probably worth the weight in gold and stuff like that alone. Like, I was getting a fair amount of gold from doing this. I'll probably do a video on that before the launch of that, but it's one of those things that I feel some kind of way about, because looking at it, I definitely know 100% that it's a squad rank XP nerf inside of here. 100% without a doubt, because if I ran all 9 stages 3 times a day, I would get more squad rank XP than that, unless I'm missing out on something. If I am, I'm sorry, somebody pointed out to me in the comment section below. What else was it that they revealed in here? It wasn't like they revealed a whole lot. The one thing that we noticed is that we also not getting the invasion mode that Joe Lee told us we would get this month. So short of this announcement, we didn't hear anything about the Thanos invasion mode. That was the one thing that I thought for sure we were definitely getting inside this update, but that's not the case, unfortunately. So there is no there's no look at that currently. So hopefully it's coming soon, but you can't really be mad at the game being 30 days in and giving you an update already. Like, that's my feelings on it. I'll have to say. So now keep in mind as well that inside the patch notes, the developer note, it did say that this was part 1. So we were getting part 1 of the Dark Domain. That means that we're most likely going to get another one. We did get the Blitz, the Chain of the Abyss, but we didn't get this new mode, Epic Invasion Mad Titan. I'm gonna suspect that that's gonna come next month. They also didn't mention anything about the hero balance improvements. We'll see where that goes. The Blitz reward count improvement, I don't know if this is a reward count improvement. I would have liked to just been able to play all of them 5 times. I know it creates is definitely a time sink in terms of like having to play all of them, but it was a time sink that was worth the investment, in my opinion. Because right now the main problem, the main issue that you're going to run into with having the Blitz reward count reflected the way it is that who's going to play those missions? Like, you literally now have blitzes from level 20 to 90 that nobody's playing those. I mean, even at level 100, nobody's probably going to play the Maestro Blitz anymore. They're just going to farm for the badges from and play the 5 missions on Chains of the Abyss, and that'll be it, because there's no reason for you to play anything else inside there. which creates its own kind of problem because now you've invalidated those game modes and those things that you took time to create in the first place. It's just weird to me. So one of the things that I really feel like they've kind of missed the mark on with the blitzes is that they should have left them in as things that we could do, and it's just to improve the rewards so that way if we didn't want to do those, then we just didn't do them basically. But you still want to be able to play that content and still have fun inside them, because I was legitimately having fun playing those. I will say it was getting hard to find other players if you were playing later on in the evening, but it is what it is. We did get to see as well, while he was doing the blitz battle inside here against Dormammu, that they did change it. So now it's really interesting because it costs you 25,000 gold to revive inside the blitz mode, but you only get one revival. So we don't get quite, it is a 3-stage battle, so we are going to get 5 bars for 3 stages, and he does increase and then change his impacts. He doesn't change any forms or anything like that up until the last stage where it's just his head. But I thought the battle overall was interesting. I think we're dealing with a max. We never got to really see the power level on this Spider-Man from what I can remember, so I don't know what the Spider-Man was necessarily looking like in terms of, but he seemed to be max capped. So, and he made short work of the Dormammu. He made a little bit of a dodge error inside there and he died. But, overall, it was a pretty decent look at what the blitz was going to look like. Didn't look like anything too difficult. Like I said, you basically needed 500,000 power in order to join in that battle, which is also not outside the realm of anybody currently playing right now. So that's pretty interesting. Overall, I'm gonna have to say that I like what they're giving. I do have questions because there are things that they look like they're implementing in the game that just, like that squad rank, the new blitz reward count. Yeah, like I told you guys when I first started reviewing the game, Netmarble giveth and Netmarble taketh away. The only thing that I can say that I do like about this is that I do have the ability now to probably, create content, because there's probably about a 2-hour play loop with this game currently with the blitzes and the raids and stuff like that. We don't see any improvements in certain areas like raid. They did some minimal UI changes and stuff like that. So it is what it is, but I'm looking forward to basically facing off against Dormammu in this new update, and I feel like it's going to be fun. You can see the rewards have been improved overall in terms of gold and what you call it. But like I said, who's jumping back into play these modes now? Like, you can get to level 50 and be above 240,000 power. You can get to level 60 and be at 300,000 power in a matter of hours. So like, I don't know what they is. The one thing that does piss me off is that, I'm still ain't even done with my Command of the Tyrant battle badges, and I'm already going to have to be hunting those down to switch them out to Dark Chains of the Abyss, but it is what it is. So what do you guys think about the content? Are you looking forward to it? Are you happy about it? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I did a roll earlier. I'm going to post a video just in case anybody thinks that I did something weird. And Aslan, if you contact me in the comment section below of any of the upcoming videos in the next 24 hours, I have a $25 gift card for you for Google Play gift store. So hit me up inside the comment section. I'll make sure I get that to you. All right, guys, until next time, peace.